Hey, I'm still preaching my headline message. The same one from is this morning. We continue it, and we continue by asking a simple question. Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Do you get it? I want to explain one more time. Yeah. I want to explain using the Steve Jobs quote about connections only being possible when you look back. You will not see the patterns and the connections looking forward. So what does that mean? That means that you have to take the actions, and then later it will all make sense. That's how it is. Wisdom comes shrouded in hindsight. There are many ways of saying the same thing. Taisha. Many different ways of saying it, but the implications are very simple. It means one and only. It means one thing and one thing only. When you are living life, you must understand that you will not be able to connect all the dots in real time. You will not know why you are meeting the people you are meeting. Later on, it will make sense. There are some people who will sit in your inbox for years until something happens, and then they become the most significant person. You will have a classmate, and you will have their telephone number, and it will not mean anything until one day you will find that that is the person who can connect you to something, or you may turn up to a job interview like a friend of mine recently did. Went for an interview and went to find the hiring manager, her classmate. And this is a job she had been courting for a long time. She was very, very qualified, very experienced, overqualified and over experienced really, but she was not getting a chance there. Well, one day, by a sheer stroke of luck, she ends up in the car park and sees this person in the car park. And the person asks, "Hey, what brings you to my neck of the woods? Are you in these woods?" "Yes, this company, I am the this. And she's like, "No way, I am here for an interview." And the friend is like, "What?" "Yeah, I'm here for an interview. I've been a few times, but yeah." And so the hiring manager, who knows this personally and is able to make a decision, makes a decision for her. And that's what she needed. Yeah. You will not understand why, of all the men you see in town, there is a particular one that you end up entangled with. Whether the entanglement is a positive entanglement or a negative entanglement, but you get the reason why one particular one, or whatever man, if you don't have one particular one, some particular sequence of men are the ones that you were entangled with. There is a reason. You get a reason why. You see, there is a reason why women like me do not end up with people who are willing to sponsor us. There weren't many people when I was growing up who were willing to be my sponsors. My mom and my dad were my principal sponsors, and I knew that my parents are slightly elderly. So I knew that they were not going to be able to do that for a while. I knew that I needed to step up to the plate, and I did. And by stepping up to the plate, at the time, you don't sit down and you don't sit and connect the dots. It's only now that it connects and makes sense. Some time ago, Mami Jedua, somebody was asking me, "How on earth have you become so independent? How on earth have you become so self-reliant?" And then I understood. When somebody asks you that question, when you try and answer a question like that, you will cast your mind back, and then everything will flash back before you. So I remembered trying to answer that question, that I did not have a sponsor like a lot of people did. I realized at that time that I needed to make do for myself. I needed to make a way for myself. I did. Hi everyone. And that has been the theme of my life. Sister Gifty, I'm married. But the things that I wanted to do in life, the way I wanted to raise the bar for myself and the children, required that I will support my husband. Well, look, way before I met my husband, the work ethic had been established way before I met my husband. I knew that I was not going to have a sponsor, so I needed to go and work, and I needed to toughen up. I knew that I needed to stand, and I needed to, this is all part of the grand plan. And the grand plan does not make sense until there comes a time where you cast your mind back, and then the dots connect and the patterns become clear. But it does not happen looking forward. It only happens looking backwards. So what does that mean? That means that those of you who sit and wait for it all to make sense before you move will never do. Is this a cut his look face? Is this a pedestrian crossing? Benita, how are you doing? Those who sit and wait for things to make sense waste a lot of time. They do. They do. When you go and people are offering a qualification, take it. I have a friend who started doing health and then went to public health, then went and did general nursing, and then eventually to mental health. If you listen to that trajectory, it sounds like a person who doesn't know where they are going, right? And it did feel that way for years, until this person found herself at a point where a charity was looking for a health personnel, and she was one of the rare people who had elements of all the things, and so she was the natural manager. She was a natural manager. She could relate to the normal nurses. She could relate to the mental health specialists and understand some of that. She understood public health policy and so on. And yeah, that job came to her. Somebody called her and said, we are looking for, and you just came to my mind. That day, when you find an organization which is looking for a manager to work with public health people and work with normal mental health, normal nurses and mental health nurses and whatnot, that's day when everything connects. It will suddenly make sense why you started from here and didn't manage to make something work, and you needed to hop from there, and that didn't work, and you had to jump from somewhere there to somewhere else. It does not make sense until the day comes. There will come a day, hello Jay, there will come a day when it makes sense, but that day would only come if you have been diligent enough, if you have been smart enough, if you have been strategic enough to take the actions in the first place. If my friend had given up on doing these courses, and after the normal nursing they didn't want to do anything else, well, this opportunity will not bring itself, would it? Hello Jay, how are you doing? Yeah. Nancy, how are you doing? Tina, you are welcome. Yeah, you must be crazy enough to jump from accounting, to jump from accounting to management, to jump from there to become an air hostess, you must be crazy enough to keep going. And you must trust the process that one day it will all connect to make sense. I tell a very powerful story of a thing that I was talking to somebody about. And initially, when I first looked at the role, I was telling my husband, I don't think I match this clearly. I don't have experience in a particular thing. But as I was in the middle of talking to my husband about not being able, having some experience, I remembered something I did when I was 18, and then it connected. Of course, it is from this domain. I can actually turn around and say that I was a beneficiary of this thing myself, and I know firsthand what a good service can do to young people. Powerful statement. Then I looked at other things. It required a business management experience. I've been running businesses since God knows. I've been managing since God knows. So I was talking to somebody around it. The person says the fact that you run your own businesses is what makes it even more exciting to talk to you. I'm like, oh, my businesses don't come from the same domain, but they are businesses. They have helped me to understand people management. They have helped me to understand leadership and all sorts of things. They have helped me lose. But because of that, I found myself in this process with my life flashing back before me. Do you remember when you did junior achievement? You did this. Do you remember when you did this other thing? You contributed this. Do you remember this thing you took? You contributed that. Do you remember? And every single one of those things, when I was doing them, I had no idea. In fact, a lot of those things, I was doing them because I didn't know. I tried this and it's not working. I tried this and it's not working. I tried this and it's not working. Is why you end up trying so many different things. But the day where everything comes together, you will notice that the things that seemed to be failures for you, the things that felt like were not working, the things that seemed isolated events that were insignificant, or maybe even a waste of your time and resources, will eventually connect. And when that eventually happens, the connection is awesome. Honest, it is awesome. And then people will tell you, how on earth have you managed to? How did you know to? 2020, when COVID happened, I had already started doing this master's, this doctorate, and I was already looking at educational technology, and I was looking at elements that I was interested in. But the minute COVID happened, I got a job in COVID purely because I was already miles ahead of most of the people. So lastly, I was miles ahead of most of the people. I had already made a move, and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I was headhunted for a particular role, and it was because of something that I had chosen to do 2 years, 3 years prior. Yeah, Sister Grace, 2-3 years prior. What am I saying? I am simply saying that you should actually think of creating diversity in your systems. Always strategically, intentionally look for ways in which you can do different things, multiple things. So that if A doesn't connect, B will connect, C will connect. Those who are able to do that and have the faith, because you need faith. You need that crazy belief that nothing will be a waste of your time. Otherwise, you will not move. If you are somebody who refuses to waste some of your time, you will not build the diversity you need in order for your time not to be wasted. That's the funny thing. Life is full of paradoxes. Paradoxes and double entendres. That's what life is full of. And then, should I marry him because it will work? You don't know if it will work. You don't know. You're gonna have to go and try. And if that one doesn't work, you've got to go out and try again, you know. You have to keep trying. Aisha's diary. How you doing, sis? You have to keep trying, you know, until one day it works. You must keep trying. Those who insist of only using blueprints, things that are already tried and tested, you will not move. You will not move. That's what I'm saying to you this afternoon. I am simply saying. That you will need to be brave. Funny. You will need to be brave. You will need to be mad. You will need to get out there. Get out there and try different things and enrich yourself. Go wide and then go deep. Those who go wide and go deep, you give yourself the best chance. Kweku, how you doing, son? It's good to see you. Yeah. You have to get yourself in certain situations. Greetings, Bessie. How you doing? You have to get out of your house and go places. So, before you get out of your house, you don't know who you are going to meet. But you must be willing to invest in getting out of your house so that you might be in with the chance of meeting some incredible people. Those who are willing to put themselves out, who are willing to be in places, they are the ones who are likely to meet those other people who are also out and about. Greetings, Nelly. How you doing? It's wonderful to see you, darling. Yes. Those of you busy in your homes playing it safe, you are meeting nobody. Sometimes you meet somebody who's been single forever and they are looking for somebody. They are ready to mingle. Do you go to church? No. Do you go to the club? No. Do you go to any social event? No. Are you out of your house at all? Yes. Where do you go to? Work. After you are done with work, do you socialize with? No. So when would you meet this Mr. Right of yours? Where would you meet him? You want the universe to conjure him and bring them to your living room? Is that what you are looking for? Huh? No. You must be willing to move. Go to a club. Go to a group. Find places where humans interact and converge. You might surprise yourself by having a whale of a time. And whilst you are doing it, you may find somebody else who's also out and about. And sometimes people will say to you, this is the only time I'm coming out, you know. And you meet him on the only time he's also out. But you've got to at least be there. You've got to be at least there. You must start a business, if you want to be rich, you must start a business. Nobody's going to guarantee you the success of your business, And I can tell you, before my first business succeeded, I had countless others that had failed, miserably failed. If you are not willing to start a business and start the next one and start the next one, you may not find the formula to make one work. You want the profits, but the loss is also a possibility, you know. And in most cases, you must suffer some loss in order to make you hungry. If things go very smooth for you, you are not desperate, you are not hungry. So you don't pursue with passion. Those of us who have been in no man's land, on the way to redemption, we soldier on, we march on. We are dogged. Because he who is down fears no fall. We are down. Anyway, we might as well take a gamble and see how it goes. Ibrahim. And Michael. Phew. I don't even know why I am so tired all of a sudden. And today I need to stand in at my club in 2022, I decided that I was going to go and get validity for myself as a speaker. So I went into the club competitions, Toastmasters competitions. And then I got myself in, got some trophies. Yeah, and I built a profile. Very recently, something happened, and I found myself in a situation that required this public speaking thing. And so I went and positioned myself just outside my trophy cabinet in my living room, and we got talking. I was having this conversation. Then the people I'm having the conversation with saw the trophies behind me, and they asked, "Oh, what are those trophies?" I'm like, "Oh, those are my Toastmaster competition trophies." And they're like, "What?" "Yeah, I won this in 2022, I won this in 2023, and I won this in 2024, and I'm looking to win more in 2025. And they were like, "What? Huh? Oh, this is the most important thing we have heard from you today. We are looking for somebody who is, the dots will connect, and you've got to plan the dots first." If you want to be able to see the maze, you want to see the pattern from the ground, you've got to plant things at the right places. Things have got to be at the right place first before anything else. Blessing. And that is the crux of my message, really. You must be willing to position be willing to do in advance of things making sense. By doing that, you make yourself prone to mistakes, and you must be willing to accept and manage that risk if you want to be able to win big. That is the essence. That's what I actually do. Good things come to those who are prepared. It comes to those who are prepared. Are you prepared? Have you taken the action? I always say to people, when the rain will come, we all petition God for the rains. The rains will come. DJ Amofa, how you doing? The rains will come. You must believe that the good Lord will rain. He will rain. It will come. When it will come, we do not know. But the fact that it will come, we do know. That's something you've got to know. It will rain. And so before the rain comes, guess what you need to do? Weed. Is it just weeding? No. Before the rain comes, you must do planting. You must plant your seeds. And then you sit and you wait. After you have planted your seeds, when you are praying for rain, it makes sense, because when it rains, it will soak your seed, and it will germinate your seed, and it will give you crop. But you must have your grain in the ground before it rains. When it finally rains, it should come and find you with your grain already to the ground. You do. Big Daddy, let me ask you, what are the actions you should be taking now so that opportunities can meet your actions and change your life? Do you know? you supposed to have in place before luck finds you? Do you know that thing? Have you done it? Or you are still waiting and praying? There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of God. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior above. Showers of blessing, showers of blessings we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. There are two groups of people who sing this: the wise ones and the idiots. The wise ones have already planted their seeds. Their seed is to the ground already. They have upskilled. They have updated their CVs. They have got qualifications. They have got these things. They are just looking for the right person. They are looking for the right opportunity. Showers of blessings. Showers of blessings we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. So I ask, do you have your brain to ground before you sing this? Before you pray this? Then you are wise. If not, you belong to the idiot group. You are an idiot. When it rains and you have no seeds to the ground, of what use is the rain to you? It will beat you for no reason. It will destroy your property, and then what? What do you need water for? What do you need showers for, honey, when you haven't cropped? Your grain is sitting in bags, so you don't even have grain, but you are busy disturbing the Lord for showers. Now, idiot be you. Showers of blessing, showers of blessings we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we... Well, some smart people are making use of the mercy drops. You, what are you doing? Your hand is collecting there, huh? Mercy drops will do nothing for you. Some people will start the germination process with the mercy drops. By the time the showers come, they are already en route. You are singing and praying for shower. You don't have a farm, you don't have land, you have no grain to ground, and you are still looking for shower. Continue then. There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of God. And that's another very significant thing. It's a promise. It will happen. You have to have faith that it will happen. Because if you don't have that faith, you will never plant. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior above. Showers of blessing, showers of blessings we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. You go to church and you hear them singing. Sometimes, some of you, the songs you are singing are as ridiculous as what happened to my African family. You will go to people sitting in Africa somewhere and they are busy singing. I am dreaming of a white Christmas. Honey, which Christmas? You live in a savannah land. Which white Christmas? just like the one I used to know. When did you ever need? When did you ever know a white Christmas? Hey, we should not be singing that too. We should be singing the other one. Kirisimasi, Kirisimasi, Kirisimasi. Wazi Coco. You've got to know the correct song to sing. You've got to know when to cry for showers. You've got to know when to shut up and plant your seed. You hear me? If there's no white stuff where you are from, sing Christmas Wazi Coco. That is what you are supposed to sing. Ask the Lord for the wisdom to know when to plant your seed. That's the first prayer you should be doing. Not praying for showers when you have no seeds. My dear, you have no sense. Ask the Lord for sense. That's the first one. You need sense. You've got to know the right thing to pray for. You don't pray for the right thing, you'll be getting the wrong things. Kirisimasi, Kirisimasi, Wazi Coco. That is what you should sing. Oh Lord Almighty. It's Christmas Wazi Coco. That is what you need. Know the correct song to sing. Know the correct season to sing and to pray for certain things. You are in your 40s, you are in your 50s, you have been wasting a lot of time doing nothing. Honey, you need wisdom. That's what you should start praying for. Start praying for that one. I am praying for my destiny helper. I am praying for my destiny helper. When the destiny helper comes, what can they help you do? This thing I have asked myself, I've asked a few people myself, how can I help you? And they don't know how you can help them. Go. Then when you figure out how I can help you, come and talk to me. By the time you come back, I will have no help for you. Have you got any qualifications? No. Do you have any work no. No. So how can I help you? But you are still screaming in church looking for destiny helper. I don't know. The destiny helper is supposed to help you. They are not supposed to live for you. And I need a destiny helper. And I need a destiny helper. Bernadette, what is the destiny helper helping you with? I asked somebody this week, I need my help with my business. I'm like, okay, what is the business? Oh, I haven't started it. So what kind of help do you need to help you start it? I can give you some pointers. Oh no, I think it's better if you start it and then you start your business for you, whilst you sit somewhere. You and a madman. Now me myself, can I manage my own business? You don't want to manage your own business. You want me to manage your own business for you. It's not happening. There are various dimensions to the story. You must believe that your helper will come. You will find a helper. But the helper must come and find you ready. That's the thing most people don't hear. The help, it must arrive to see you already working. Fatu, you must be found busy working, Virginia. Because if help comes and you already have a bit of momentum, they can push you further and you will accelerate. If help comes and you are overcome by inertia, you are stagnant. Help may even try to push you. If you don't budge, help is busy. And most of us, we are busy helping ourselves. And we will extend a little bit of a helping hand to you if you are willing to help yourself. But you are not willing to help yourself. But you think I should be willing to help you when you are not willing to help you. Okay, good luck. So hopefully in this conversation, I have explained this concept clearly. You must be busy at all times. You must be busy looking at your options. You must review your options. And whenever you find yourself in a position to be able to improve yourself, improve. Whenever you are able to extend yourself, extend. Whenever you are able to diversify, diversify. Whatever opportunities present themselves, they are not isolated. You will go to a place where they are discussing business, because business may change your destiny. You will accidentally end up in conversations when people are discussing what should be the next move you should take. Always have your ears open, have your eyes peeled. Get going. If you hear that there is this new thing, try it. You may be one of the lucky succeeders. If not, you still keep your eyes open. You clear your ear and you wait. Now, how many of the same person's card do I have? Why? I like this. Okay. Anyway, Gemma. I'm a Manson has arrived. I am moving. As for you, you are lucky. Nope. No luck comes by accident. There is a design. Anyway, I have arrived. Let me. Hello. Rosa. I'll see you guys later, yeah? Bye.